Hello guys, this is kind of gonna be a different video than what I usually make. It's sort of gonna be an analysis of one of my favorite shows, Stranger Things. Now, don't get me wrong, you've probably seen the title, you know what this video's about. I love Stranger Things. Stranger Things is probably my favorite TV show right now. Maybe up there with Rick and Morty, Gravity Falls, and Bob's Burgers, but I'm not saying that this show doesn't take other elements from other movies. And one in particular, as you may see in the title, Super 8. Super 8's a very underrated J.J. Abrams movie. Very similar to Super 8, and I'm going to get into about the 12 reasons why. I could have done a 13 reasons why pun, because Netflix, but yeah, but we're going to get into that. So let's start. Okay, so let's start off with one reason. One of the main characters is kidnapped by some sort of strange monster, possibly an alien. They're not really quite sure in the beginning. Sorry, my Snapchat just went off. But they're not quite sure of this creature's origin in the beginning. Some sort of supernatural being. Another reason is the police chief. Okay, there's gonna be spoilers in this. So minor spoilers for both, so I suggest you watch Stranger Things and Super 8. Okay, minor spoilers starting now. The police chief ends up teaming up with the missing kid's parent to find the missing child. I thought this is very prevalent in Stranger Things and Super 8. How, Joe's dad teams up with Alice's dad, and then Joyce and Hopper team up at the end to kind of, they both kind of want to find this missing child. Another reason is the military is involved somehow, and the town is somewhat oblivious to all of this going on. They're just trying to cover it up. In Super 8, it's a giant fire they create at the end to get the town out of there. And in Stranger Things, it is they fake Will's body, of course, so they make the townsfolk think that Will's dead, so they'll kind of stop worrying about all this thing that's happening. Going on throughout the past few weeks, during the events of the TV show and movie. Also, the missing character's father is he's not really there for them a lot. Stranger Things, it's because, I don't know his name, I forgot his name, Lonnie, he moved away, he kind of left them, and Alice's father, she's just a crazy alcoholic because actually the mother left in that situation, and left Alice and her father alone. And the main military antagonist is basically killed by the monster in the end. In Super 8, he was the guy who's killed on the bus, the alien kind of attacks his head, and in Stranger Things, the Demogorgon kind of launches at him. And another reason is multiple people are kidnapped by the monster, but only one person really escapes. Now, in Super 8's case, I'm not sure if only one person escapes. Maybe Joe tells the townsfolk about the whole thing that's underground, and they go and get them. But I know in Stranger Things, I know that Barb and Will, I think maybe a hunter and his son was captured as well, because you see multiple skeletons whenever they go into the Upside Down. Multiple people are kidnapped, but only one distinguishable person is saved. Barb, we don't know if she's saved yet. Season 2 is yet to come out. But yeah, Alice and Will, they both come out of the Upside Down or wherever they're at. Another reason is the monster it's large and it's gray with no real distinguishable eyes. Now in the end of Super 8 you get a reveal. This monster opens its eyes, but throughout the entire time you really don't get a good glimpse at the monster until the very end. In Stranger Things you really don't see the monster up close and get a really good look at it until the final episode. Well, you get a good look at it with Nancy and Jonathan whenever they're hunting in the woods, but until then, they kind of leave the suspense to kind of let that grow. The monster it's very large. It almost looks as if it has folds that unfold. The Super 8 monster, I'm pretty sure it has that. It's just they're really weird looking, and the characters are not obsessed with, but they're very much fans of old movies and TV shows. Like in Super 8, you see a Halloween poster on the wall, on Charles's wall. And in Stranger Things, of course, you have so many references. Millennium Falcon, that Eleven makes fly, Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, they're nerdy characters. They're obsessed with all this stuff. And that's really why it intrigued so many people when it first came out. And another reason is a group of kids eventually breaks into a school to help them with what they need. But they end up being bombarded by the military. Now, in Super 8's case, they go into school looking for, going to the dungeon to try and get the teacher's old files. They would find out that he has a connection with the monster. You can feel the monster's emotions. And in Stranger Things, of course, they bring Eleven so they can get the salt for the bathtub. So she can go into the Upside Down, communicate with Will and Barb. And that's, pretty much it for this. Alright, so next up, another reason I think so is, there's talks of war. There's not as much prevalent, talks of war in Stranger Things. But, when you see multiple references to Vietnam, Nam, in Lucas's case, he has the binoculars from Nam, knife also from Nam. Stranger Things, in Super 8, whenever the police chief is kind of talking with the townsfolk, he's talking about all of this, and this girl says she thinks it's the Soviets that are taking these people and these things. And I thought there's just talks of war going on throughout the entire thing. I don't know when the Cold War happened because I'm not very good with history, but I don't think it happened in 1983. Still going on. You guys can let me know about that in the comments. Another reason is the whole thing is kind of an homage to Steven Spielberg films with a main emphasis on E.T. I found this very prevalent in Super 8 and Stranger Things. E.T. was a very big inspiration for both. Steven Spielberg actually produced Super 8, which was cool. A lot of E.T. references, a lot of homages to E.T. It's a darker version of E.T. Both things are. And the final reason is the kids aren't really exactly popular. I mean, I did never really focus on the popularity of the kids in Super 8, but you could kind of get the feeling. They're nerds. Alice that's why they seem so surprised when Charles gets Alice to come and be in the movie that they're making. But that's gonna wrap up this video. I don't mean to spread hate on Stranger Things. I adore Stranger Things. I love it to death. But I just wanted to kind of let this be known. I mean, if people watch this video and they realize that it is in a way not a direct rip-off, but it does definitely take a lot of story elements from Super 8. I just wanted to make this known because I had a realization, and it's true. I mean, I undoubtedly agree that Stranger Things definitely take a lot of inspiration from a lot of things. Of course, Super 8 came out first, and that's why if Super 8 came out, after, I'd say it kind of takes elements of Stranger Things, but but Stranger Things definitely takes a lot of elements from not just Super 8, but old movies in general. Yeah, I just wanted to make this known, get the word out there, get a discussion, talking about maybe other movies that stole elements that, they're great things, they're great. Stranger Things is great, I adore it, I freaking love it. I love Super 8. Super 8's my favorite movie ever. But I just kind of wanted to put this out there and get you guys' opinion. If you don't agree with me, just tell me in the comments. And if you do agree, tell me in the comments. Let's start talking about this. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Haven't uploaded in a while. I might start. As always, hope you enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye, fellow film geeks.